price of gold and silver will continue to dump this week, or will they again pump towards the upside and make a new all-time high? Plus my trade update on crude oil as well. I'll be discussing each and everything in today's video, so let's get straight to the point. Starting off with gold right now, and as you can see, a huge dump we have seen in the prices of gold and silver. Well, I already told you all that the price of gold and silver will dump towards the downside heavily, because see, when this manipulation happened, I already made a video about it, that this manipulation happened second time. We have already seen this manipulation and this manipulation over here, and I already told you all that there are very high chances that the price of gold and silver can, in the future, in the next coming days, can we see a huge dump towards the downside, a huge, I would say, trap, because these type of manipulation obviously can only happen from institutions, and that is exactly what happened. We have seen a huge dump in the prices of gold and silver, and these type of dump obviously clearly 100% are manipulation only. And I mean, when the prices of any asset is near its all-time high and suddenly they see a crash, most of the people think that it is because of some technical analysis or this and that, but no, it is of clear manipulation. Smart people liquidating and just extracting all the liquidity from the retailers, and retailers are getting in heavy losses. And to all the futures trader and derivatives and options trader who got liquidated over here, and all the spot traders also who lost their money obviously and ended up being exit liquidity to the top 1% of the people out there, to the big institutions and banks. And well, this is what happens, and I told you all that we will see a huge dump in the prices of gold and silver, and exactly the same thing happened. On Friday we have seen a dump, approximately 8% crash in the price of gold, and Monday also, yesterday, we have seen one more crash. Why? Because obviously on Friday, when we have seen this huge amount of crash, this is when retailers get panic and they sell over here, and this week means that smart people over here bought some gold and silver. And that's the main thing, guys, that whenever there is fear in the market, you should be greedy, and whenever there is greediness in the market, you should be fearful. And that's why the smart players always take decisions based on their logic and rational thinking rather than on emotions. But as of now, to be quite honest, the price of gold and silver is pumping a little bit towards the upside, and to be quite honest, it can pump a little bit towards the upside, or it can go sideways, because after this huge dump, the price can just, the bears right now are exhausted, and the price of gold and silver suddenly became oversold, so we can see some sort of consolidation in the market. And after that, for sure, we can see a huge dump again, because this can be an impulse correction and then continue impulse wave as well. About silver over here, and as you can see, minus 26% dump, and yesterday minus 7% approximately dump in the prices of silver over here. And wow, what an absolute dump. I like this dump, to be quite honest, because this is what I was expecting, and obviously, I mean, this was just so obvious. And after this huge parabolic pump towards the upside, the bubble was getting inflated, and it's just so obvious that it will pop soon. And after this manipulation, as you can see, this manipulation over here on Monday 26th of January, I already knew that in the next coming days we can see a huge dump in the prices of gold and silver, and this candle over here declared that. So yeah, I mean, it's a good dump in the price of silver, but to be quite honest, I'm still expecting a more dump in the price of silver. Why? Because this dump is pretty good, but to be quite honest, a little bit more dump till $62 approximately is what I am expecting as of now. But let's see. As I said, in gold, the same is with silver also, that the price of gold and silver can consolidate a little bit over here, it can pump also, and then again continue to dump. So right now there is fear in the market, and smart people are buying right now, and the retailers right now are in fear, they are already in loss. So yeah, to be quite honest, personally, I'm not taking any trade over here, even though it is at a support level. Why? Because still gold and silver are very, very uncertain, and the manipulation right now happening in them is just crazy, and to be quite honest, it is very risky for me to take any trade right now, so I'm avoiding taking any trade in both of them for now. Coming to crude oil's chart, I've closed my long position, so this is just a trade update. I hope you already know I entered in a long position somewhat over here at $55.1 level, and this was my first take profit, second, third, and then fourth over here, somewhat like this only. You can watch my previous videos and you will understand why I entered in a long position, why I chose this as my first take profit, this as my second take profit, third and fourth, and so on. And well, when the price of crude oil hit my final take profit over here, I was trailing my stop loss, and this yesterday's Monday candle, as you can see, this is a very huge red candle. It dumped all the way down till approximately $61.4 level, and I closed my long position trade because I was trailing my stop loss. So overall, I'm out of this trade right now. The price of crude oil, yes, it can pump towards the upside again, I know for sure, but for me it is enough, and if I find a good opportunity in the future, then I will again enter in a new long position with a good setup. But for now, I'm not in any trade in crude oil. I've closed my long position, and yeah, to be quite honest, it was a very good trade, and all my take profits were met successfully. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my crude oil trade update. None of this is any sort of signals or any financial advice. Don't copy trade me. I'm just sharing my own personal analysis and my personal trades, so just learn from this, but do trading on your own. So yeah, as you have already seen, the prices of gold and silver dumped heavily towards the downside. As I was saying this for the past 1 to 2 weeks, the price of gold and silver has seen a major crash towards the downside, and for sure that's just manipulation. And obviously, I mean, people say that gold and silver are decentralized, but no, there is some big institutions that control the price of gold and silver, that actually decide the price of gold and silver. And to be quite honest, they can decide any price they want, they can manipulate the price, they can pump and dump the price any way they want, and the metal sitting in your home, to be quite honest, it can become worthless because you can't control its price. And those people who buy gold and silver ETF, well, I mean, that's just another level of insanity. Anyways, that's it for today's video. My crude oil trade right now is over. I've closed my long position on crude oil, and yeah, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.